Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Saco School Board Committee meeting for Wednesday, February 25th, 2026 at 5:02. Would like to call the meeting to order and make note of all members present with the exception of School Board Member Kidder. And would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great, thank you very much. Moving on to item number 3 tonight, that is the approval of the school board meeting minutes dated February 11th, 2026. Is there a motion?
Madam Mayor,
School Board Member Truman?
I move we approve the school board meeting minutes dated February 11th, 2026.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by School Board Member Richards. Any discussion or comments on the minutes? Okay, not seeing any. Roll call vote. School Board Member Warnoff?
Yes.
School Board Member Preble?
Yes.
School Board Member Richards?
Yes.
School Board Member Roach?
Yes.
School Board Member Truman?
Yes.
And School Board Member Johnston?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Moving on to item number 4, there are no adjustments to the agenda this evening. Item 5, there are no correspondence. Item 6 is public session. If there are any members of the public wishing to speak, please step forward, state your name and address for the record, and you will have 3 minutes to address the school board. Okay, not seeing any members of the public being recognized. Moving on to item number 7, that is the superintendent's report. Superintendent Ray?
Good afternoon, everyone. We have a few things. One, tomorrow night is our kickoff for unified basketball at SMS at 2:45 in the SMS gym. They will compete against Biddeford Middle School. We have an incredible group of athletes that promotes teamwork, inclusion, and sportsmanship, and it's always a highlight event for anyone who makes it into the gym. We hope that families can join us on our Family Fun Night at Fairfield School on March 6th from 4 to 6. Mark your calendars for a pre-K through 5 Family Math and Literacy Night on Wednesday, March 18th at CK Burns. Pre-K 2 will be from 5 to 6, and grades 3 through 5 will be 5:30 to 6:30. If you're out there watching and you have a 3 or that will be 4 next year, make sure to click and register to get on our pre-K list. And then the last thing I'd just like to talk to you guys about is we kind of put together a snow day plan for all 3 districts because transportation interlinks with everything and vocational education and all of those pieces. It looks like next week there's a possibility of another big storm. And so what this means for Saco right now is that we have 175 student days. Our current last day is June 17th. We don't need to take any calendar action at this time. But if we would have one more snow day that would be a regular snow day, we would end on the 18th. Certainly nobody wants to have a Friday holiday and come back the next Monday. And so if we had 2 additional snow days, we would go to a blizzard bag remote school day because we'd be over the 5 days. Met with principals today to talk about how we would lay something like that out, and just wanted to have this document to update you guys, community, see what we're thinking. You know, we are not a fan of remote days at all. Just it's not the same experience, but after you get past 5 days, your limited options for making them up are to extend the school year. You can go to school on a Saturday, which I don't think anyone likes. And it's not 1985 when that could work probably versus what we have for weekend commitments. Or you can add an hour a day to 5 school days. to make up a day. That's state law. We've done that before in other districts. It's not ideal whatsoever because it just bogs down transportation. And so this would probably be our best solution if we get to that point. And hopefully we will not get to that point. But it's a long time between now and April vacation. And we've certainly had March snow days before.
Great, thank you. Any comments or questions for the superintendent? School Board Member Roach?
When Fairfield was shut down, that doesn't count against the school days, right?
No, it
Okay.
does not. SMS was down a day too
They
for
were
a
down,
water
yeah.
issue.
Yep, School Board Member Richards?
So we have two more before we have
One
to worry
more.
about, one more.
One more, and then we would have to dabble into the remote blizzard bag offerings.
I just want to say, I really don't appreciate remote days, but I also would much prefer to avoid going into July or the weekend after
Yeah,
a long weekend, so.
once you start getting into that 20th, you start getting into people who, one, summer plans, summer camps start up, recs, all of those pieces are kind of planned to come up. And so,
For what it's worth, I also queried some children that I know, and they too agreed that that was a much better option than
yeah,
having to go later. I said, do you want to go until July? And they said, oh, no, we'll do remote all day. I was like,
Yeah.
so, great.
and I think our conversation with principals today is, for young kids, our goal is not to have just a bunch of papers to sit there and do. How do we make it somewhat meaningful? And that will be the next conversation, and hopefully we won't even have to get there.
Now, is that something that is an administrative choice, or will that need to come to school board for a vote?
That can be that's an administrative decision.
Great, thank you.
I'm
Any
just-
other questions or comments? Okay, moving on to, excuse me, item 8, and that is the chair's report. School Board Chair Truman?
As I stuff my face with some snacks. I have nothing to report.
Great, thank you. Item number 9, there are no staff reports. Item 10 is the board and subcommittee minutes. The Policy and Personnel Committee meeting minutes are in your packet, and the next meeting is on March 11th at 5:30 p.m. The Finance and Infrastructure Committee, next meeting is February 25th at 4:30 p.m., which occurred today. And the Curriculum Committee, the next meeting is February 23rd at 4:30 p.m., and that has already occurred as well.
Can I update that?
Yes,
We didn't have it on the 23rd because of the snow day.
that was the
So
snow
I
day.
believe it's moved until next Monday.
Okay. So that will be March 2nd? Yep. Okay, so the next curriculum committee meeting will be March 2nd at 4:30. Great, thank you. Okay, moving on to item, there is no old business this evening. Item 12 is new business. Item A is new hires. There is a packet in your, there's a memo in your packet, and is there a motion?
Madam Mayor,
School Board Member Truman?
I move we approve the nomination of Michael Janaco, sorry if I butchered that, district-wide BCBA, and issue a contract for the remainder of the 25-26 school year.
Thank you. Motion has been made by School Board Member Truman. Is there a second? Second by School Board Member Johnston. Any comment or discussion on this item? Okay, roll call vote. School Board Member Warnoff?
Yes.
School Board Member Preble?
Yes.
School Board Member Richards?
Yes.
School Board Member Roach?
Yes.
School Board Member Truman?
Yes.
And School Board Member Johnston.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Okay, moving on to item B, that is resignations. And is there a motion?
Madam Mayor,
School Board Member Truman?
I move we accept the resignation of Rebecca Clark, CK Burns Special Education Teacher, effective March 6, 2026.
Great, thank you. Motion has been made by School Board Member Truman. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by School Board Member Richards. Any items or any comment or discussion on this item? Okay, roll call vote. School Board Member Warnoff?
Yes.
School Board Member Preble?
Yes.
School Board Member Richards?
Yes.
School Board Member Roach?
Yes.
School Board Member Truman?
Yes.
And School Board Member Johnston.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Okay, item C is a building update. Superintendent Ray?
All right, so in your packet, you have a update over the last 2 weeks of what has been going on at the site. Started to drill for the geothermal wells, certainly running into some ledge out there. They've worked on grading and earthwork is the big piece of it right now. It's not that exciting when you drive out. I mean, it's exciting, but you don't see a structure yet. And so they've been working on those pieces. You've got about 18 to 30 people on site every single day right now. That is from Grondin's. They have a lot of upcoming activities that you can read. We will be meeting next week with Eastern Trail folks to talk about that connection. And if you're wanted to really keep track of the progress, even though there's no building there, we are 11% complete. Yeah, you're 11% complete right now, and it's all in the ground.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? School Board Member Truman?
I just want to say that despite how not exciting you might find it, there are certainly some 3- and 4-year-old children out there who would find it fascinating. So
Yes.
it's all relative.
Those are some incredibly large dirt piles. And Meg and I, we drove out there before vacation, and you know, you have to be a little careful because there's some parts, there's just like some really big like drop-offs there because they're getting that site ready for foundation and stuff. And you know, the road is in, you know, from Industrial Park piece, and they've been pretty lucky about blocking it from the other end. I know Kevin touched on it at the last meeting when I was not here, but there was definitely some concern about road diet in that area that came up at a meeting. That has nothing to do with the school project. The school project has a design, a different design.
Separate DOT project.
Separate DOT project that doesn't require us to do anything one way or the other. We don't have kind of an opinion on that. I think we still would love to have a light on the other end. Like if that came out of that, we would still be really excited about that. But no impact from our project on that decision moving forward. So just want to make sure that we continue to clarify that piece.
Thank you. Anyone else? School Board Member Roach?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I did, bring it up in public in a couple of settings, this and also at a prior city council meeting. I'm at the ready to meet with any business owner there, that any group meeting that needs to be, being on this original school construction meeting, but also being in a butter myself. So I'm affected by all this. So, you know, we need to get, you know, the facts out to people, and maybe if it can relate that, hey, you know, a school board member happens to be close by too, which that location wasn't my first choice either, but it's a great location, and I think it can work out and benefit everybody together. And then, yes, like you said, the Route 1 road diet is a general issue that, you know, business owners and a lot of people participated in. So just need to get, you know, but I'll throw my hand up if anyone wants to have direct meetings on this and clear the air. Let's do it. So.
Just another piece of the school construction piece that I just want, it relates to school construction, but I've also started to have some conversations with Bus Right. And while we won't have every single stop because you'll have new kids coming on board, we're starting to talk about that transition process of the routing for new bus routes going into that. I just don't want to be doing that the summer beforehand we want to start looking at that, have that information out, look at how it would affect. Obviously, you know, there's going to be people who have a fifth grader now and they're not going to be on that route and things will change. But it will give us the general sense of what our routes will look like using data from today to start forming those pieces with smaller operations. So that's something that probably as early as this summer, we'll start running scenarios on that so that as we come into, you know, even another budget cycle from now, we're prepared for the impact of what that would look like.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, moving on to item D, that is a budget update. Superintendent Ray?
So this afternoon, everybody received their big book of the budget, line by line, and that is posted on the website as well. Certainly when you put together a document that's this big and this detailed, we will still be continuing to comb through for any mistakes, duplications, those types of things. Zach, who is in his first year of the budget process of doing it here, has done a really nice job combing through things and getting things in the right location. So I'm very impressed about that. At the same time, trying to make sure that anything we set up, we're thinking about the future and how, you know, we code things and what schools people will be at. Some of the detailed work that Zach has done will create some situations where you see like a large fluctuation in one place and then a decrease in another place because it may be coded differently. An example of that is in last year's budget. We were just starting our kind of consolidated effort with the city. And so, you know, those funds were allocated differently into positions, and now you'll see that, you know, Dawn and Andrew have a salary that's in there that appears in the central office line versus different than, you know, it may have been sitting in a maintenance line before. So those things have changed a little bit. So the detailed budget's there. Let's just talk about a high-level overview of where we sit today and the work that's ahead of us. So currently, if you look at the budget increase of where we are with all salaries, and again, this basically comes down to three things: salaries, health insurance, tuition. Those three items drive the majority of this budget. And we're up at about, we're up $3.2 million, or 5.74%. Last year at this time, when we looked at an increase of budget when we came into our first round, also remember though that there was $1 million there for a cost of the bond payment that was reimbursed. You were sitting at about a 9% increase with the first draft, but $1 million of that was a bond payment, so that would have looked more like, like a 7% increase. So we're a little bit lower. The number's already lower than the prior year. There's a big difference this year. That's the revenue side of the coin. We have about 100 students left based off our ML students leaving. That is a significant drop in revenue that comes in when you think about page 2 of the 279, and when we do the 279 go through with the city council, you guys will get that information of why this line is lower than it was the year before, et cetera, et cetera. We only received about $80,000 more in state subsidy, when in a scenario with other students there, you probably would have seen that at somewhere around the $700,000 range instead of $80,000 range. That's a significant difference. So when you look at a budget last year that came out of the gate at 9.8% up, but because of the revenue we had last year, that was a 4.69% to the taxpayer. Right now, we're looking closer to a 12% to the taxpayer based off this initial piece. Now, what that doesn't hit is added valuation in the city and the whole thing working together. But we're kind of exactly in the opposite position based off revenue that we were last year, where the revenue brought you down to a lower percentage, and this year, without it, you're got a 5.7, and it's a greater impact on the local taxpayer. So we've got a lot of work to do. We're not in the position of having to cut anything yet. Now we need to review, go back, fine tune, hope for the best on health insurance. We've got a 10% increase in there. That's $600,000 on that side. We're planning for our contractual pieces. So let's hold on tight, and we'll start getting together here real soon as we're ready to refine this and start having a greater conversation. And then obviously we present on the 16th, I think, Monday the
19th. 16th, I'm sorry, yes.
Monday the 16th, we'll have a joint meeting with the city council, where we'll have a much more grand overview. You'll get a preview of that at the school committee meeting the week before that, so that we can have discussions there about what we want to do. And then we'll start pushing forward. So happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Oh, okay. I think everyone's good. Being put on the spot, Kevin. Okay, moving on to item E. That is the first reading of the policies. Is there a motion? School Board Member Johnston?
Thank you. I move we approve the first reading of these policies. BIA, new board member orientation. BIB, board member development opportunities. BIC, board member freedom of access training. BID, board member compensation and expenses. CB, school superintendent. CB-R, superintendent job description. CC, administrative organization. BHC, board relationships and communications with staff. And BIC-E, certification of completion of freedom of access training.
Second.
Great, thank you. Motion has been made by School Board Member Johnston, second by School Board Member Truman. Any comment or discussion on any of the policies? Okay, not seeing any. Roll call vote. School Board Member Warnoff?
Yes.
School Board Member Preble?
Yes.
School Board Member Richards?
Yes.
School Board Member Roach?
Yes.
School Board Member Truman?
Yes.
And School Board Member Johnston.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Okay, item 13 this evening, other information. Are there any school board members with anything to share? Okay, item 14, there is no executive session this evening. Item 15 is adjournment. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by School Board Member Truman, second by School Board Member Preble. Roll call vote. School Board Member Warnoff?
Yes.
School Board Member Preble?
Yes.
School Board Member Richards?
Yes.
School Board Member Roach?
Yes.
School Board Member Truman?
Oh, sorry.
Well then I'm gonna say a lyric, so off to the dredge, the big river, yes.
Yes. School Board Member Truman?
Yes, sorry.
School Board Member Johnston?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 to adjourn at 5:26. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.